the streets. Here we are, good morning from the streets of Castries. Second day of Lucian Carnival, but you saying this on Wednesday morning. I'm sorry, I can't wake up 6 o'clock. So good Wednesday morning to you. I hope everybody is safe and sound and ready to go ahead with their game for the day today, or their workload for the day today. What we're gonna do this time around, we have to give you some highlights from the road. So that is exactly what our morning is going to be featured off. But first, let's see what's going on with Kendall over in the newsroom.
Good morning. We start off with news on the just concluded Carnival celebrations, where for many years the Parade of the Bands has traveled along the same route from the Shock Highway or roundabout to the city of Castries. And while some have called for a new route, Carnival Planning Management Committee members have lauded the route for its unique scenery. Barry Hype from Just for Fun Carnival Band says the route is perfect as it passes the now famous, or some might claim infamous, Bum Bum Wall.
It's always a fun time because the route passes the Bum Bum Wall, which was, by the way, curated. I will give credit where credit is due. 2 DJs named it the Bum Bum Wall, Hollywood HP and Levi Chin. I'm not one to take credit where it's not due. So big up to those 2 ambassadors of St. Lucia music who fly the flag when they fly.
The Just for Fun Carnival Band was one of the biggest for the 2024 Carnival season with 1,500 revelers. Meanwhile, vendors are reporting that this year's Carnival celebrations have not brought as good enough sales as they expected, certainly not as well as last year. In addition, some vendors are unhappy about the vending fees imposed on them by the Castries Constituency Council, or CCC.
Honestly, the sale was not too bad, not too good. Okay? But I'm satisfied with what I do. But at the same time, tell me that you pay a spot. Free 20 for the 3 days, no toilet, nothing. Free 20 without a tent. That's a house rent. They will ask you to come and pay. Okay? 120 each day. And there is some that will not go and pay. And on the day of the venue, they will be paying $60 and you paying your 120. Isn't that right? That's not right.
Despite the disappointment experienced on the first day of the Carnival Parade, the vendors felt optimistic that Carnival Tuesday would bring better returns, and that would help to make up for Monday's disappointing sales. Of course, we'll bring you up to date on that. Government subsidies on a range of products are being credited for the relatively stable local prices despite global fluctuations in the purchase prices of these basic commodities. According to the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Commerce, the government subsidies have a significant impact on pricing dynamics and strategies. They are designed to support domestic industries by lowering the cost of raw materials sourced from abroad. This includes products like flour, sugar, and rice.
These items are imported under annual contracts, and in addition, in the case of flour, we also purchase from the local flour mill, and we also purchase from St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Grenada, and in the case of rice, from Guyana. Sugar we purchase from Guyana currently. The prices of the commodities are very volatile, especially flour, given the unstable price of wheat. So to ensure affordability, to ensure that the price of these commodities, the price is not increased, the government has been selling these commodities below the purchase price or the cost in most cases. So for example, brown sugar, we purchase brown sugar under the contract at an average price of $98, and when it's unavailable from that supplier, we purchase at $144, notwithstanding brown sugar is sold at $100 per bag.
In the case of refined sugar, the Permanent Secretary says it is purchased at $108 for the 110-pound bag and sold at $98. Currently, a bag of flour is purchased at $128 and sold at $85, a difference of $43. Infrastructure Minister Stephenson King has suggested establishing civil centers that would replace the existing hurricane shelters. This proposal comes after public concerns were expressed about the emergency shelters available following the passage of Hurricane Beryl.
First, let me indicate that the shelters were assessed. The function and mandate of the Ministry of Infrastructure to assess shelters is to determine whether they are structurally sound. That is the responsibility we have. Whether it is structurally sound. It is left to the department, to NEMO rather, to determine whether the facilities are adequate. Because if you're going to set up a hurricane shelter, it means the shelter is one thing, but the facilities within there, do you have facilities? Are you equipped with sleeping facilities? Are you equipped with hygiene facilities? Do you have bathrooms? Do you have toilets? Do you have kitchen facilities? And hence, it is important now, as you mentioned this, for government to review what we call shelters. Because shelters, in its raw sense, may just be a shelter and not a place of habitation. And therefore, we need to ask the question, what do we need in a shelter? In my own view, if persons are to run to a shelter, those individuals may not be equipped with all that is required to be able to house themselves comfortably.
The infrastructure minister strongly believes that the creation of civic centers would be an ideal solution for meeting the shelter needs during times of disaster. These centers could be efficiently refurbished and repurposed into emergency shelters, making them a reliable and effective resource for providing assistance and protection to those affected by the disasters, he says. These are your top stories. Thanks for watching. Good morning.
Right, thank you very much, Kendall. Let's take a break and come right back. Said this particular, all of our 3 segments this morning will be featuring footages from Lucian Mass Final Day on the Road 2024. So enjoy.
Celebrate life.
Lucian Carnival as always, 2024. And of course, you know we had to bring you some action from the road. I'm with Fusion Band. My band is about to go, so let me just capture things there quickly so you can get to see them at home. And we're just having fun. It's Lucian Carnival. Everything seems to be in perfect order. We are just having a really good time on the road. It's day 2, last lap it's called. And we're just having some fun. Where are you from, baby?
The Virgin Islands, St. John!
Hey. Are you enjoying this your first time here?
For sure.
And you love it?
I will be back every
You'll be
year.
back every year. I'll
Every
see you
year.
next year then.
Yes.
All right. My family is here. Ooh!
Hey,
I will tell you about-
hey, Fusion Bass, Fusion Bass, Fusion Bass.
I want an ATV. Now I know my ABC. I'm a man. Give me your.
It's the last lap on the road. I'm here with Madam Chair, as she's been so affectionately called us there, but is the chairperson of the Carnival Planning and Management Committee. Tomorrow is the final day. The route is almost completed, and I can see a smile. I can see the tiredness, but certainly I can see the smile. How do you feel that the carnival went?
I think the carnival went exceptional. I think we had a great year. We saw the best of our calypsonians, the best of our soca artists, the best of our creatives, the bands. I mean, the bands looked beautiful yesterday. All the bands, the costumes, you could see the artistry, the creativity in it, and they were very well presented yesterday. And we are pleased with that. We could see the St. Lucians, the public, everyone, the spectators really enjoying the presentations by the bands. And also the revelers and the visitors really taking in St. Lucia and experiencing Lucian Carnival. For them, especially the first timers, the reviews are fantastic and phenomenal, and we look forward to just bettering the product for 2025.
Right, well, that's what I was about to ask. Have you identified any areas in which you think some improvement can be made, and you're already thinking about how you can remedy them going forward?
There's always room for improvement. Yes. There's always room for improvement. But what will happen this week, we will sit, we'll have a debrief, we will look at things, we will see what our new initiatives will be for 2025. And again, how we improve the festival. Because we know every year, no matter how little we do, we think it's important to have some sort of improvement. So that is always the aim.
Right. So when do you get to rest, Madam Chair?
Hopefully next week.
Wonderful.
Hopefully by next week I'll get a
hope
rest.
you do get some good rest.
Yeah.
Again, let me say good job to you and your team. We are here, we're on the road, we experienced what transpired over the last couple of months and weeks. And I must say, from my vantage point, it was absolutely amazing, like you said. And like you said, we can't wait for next year.
Thank you. And we want to wish everybody a happy carnival. And we look forward to those of you who are not here. We want to welcome you in 2025. Happy carnival.
Wonderful. Well said, Madam Chair. Mr. Minister, here we are, final day, coming to the wrap-up of Lucian Carnival 2024. What are your thoughts?
No, I think it's been fantastic. Yesterday was really, really great. I think it's the first time we've had 4 bands with over 1,000 revelers in them, which shows the growth of the mass. Also tremendous support from visitors. All the fetes, the boat rides, the parties, the events that we've had so far have really been excellent. I mean, Sunday before Carnival to have 8 fetes on is really, and well, never before we've had that kind of support. The bands, 4 bands, over 1,000 revelers. It now poses some challenges for us in terms of band management and road management. But I think we can sit down and we can come up with solutions. I'm really happy. And we're already seeing the feedback for next year, which I think will be even better. So we really need to look at a few elements, how we can improve it. And what's important for us is the experience on the road, whether it's the cultural expressions, whether it's just a shared entertainment, whether it is just, the band's portrayals. We really have to figure out how best we can ensure that the revelers have a fantastic experience that will make them come back, but also to the spectator experience. We seem to be forgetting the spectators. We look at the bands, the revelers, whatnot, but we need to focus on the St. Lucian who will come out to view the mass. How can we make it a better experience? We have more bleachers now. Where do we locate the bleachers? How do we ensure that on the day that the spectator has a fantastic experience as well?
As Minister of Tourism, how does it look for you being able to strike the balance going forward in terms of, because a lot of what we've seen with a lot of the other carnival is that the infusion of so many foreigners to the land sort of tweak their and take away from their own on-the-ground cultural experience. Are you confident that Lucia is going to remain or be able to strike that balance going forward?
No, I mean, it's always an attempt to find the balance, and we're already talking about it. So we have to make sure that we have that right balance. And there are a few suggestions, there are a few things we will do for next year. You notice, of course, we had free French bands that bring in that authentic Tribe of 12. How can we add to it next year? So we always have the creative, historical, cultural expressions merging with the visitor experience, whatnot. So I think we're going to continue to work on the balance. The economic impact is important, is what finances all other aspects, but we're also going to do some work on the cultural and the other aspects.
Mr. Minister, enjoy what's left of the carnival and great job. I'll see you next year on the road again.
All right, my dear.
Certainly. That is our show for today. I hope you enjoyed the highlights that we brought you today. Go on out and have a great day today. If you're resting today, well, do that to the fullest. If you need it, make sure you take the time and rest. Those of you who have to go out on the job today, well, you're going out and you be productive if you can. But certainly, let's do this again tomorrow morning right here for another DBS This Morning.